Idaho Congressman Russ Fulcher. Okay, popular vote, popular opinion. President Trump was overwhelmingly reelected, and they wanted him to close down the border, shut down illegal immigration. He's been doing just that, and they've been fighting it tooth and nail. What is she talking about?
What she said would be really good if it were true. But the fact is, it's not true. They don't adhere to that. And what they do believe in is free everything. And so if you ever hear anyone from government tell you that something is free, they are lying to you.
Yeah, Congressman, it seems like the Democrats in general, they're just really not on the same page in terms of embracing socialism. Let's take a listen, take a look at this.
Do you think it should be a priority with what you lay out of investigating the president and possibly impeaching him if you take the House majority?
Absolutely. I think holding this administration accountable and fighting corruption in all forms should be a priority.
If we take the House and we take the Senate, we can impeach and remove RFK Jr.
So is this a worry for Republicans if Democrats win the House in November? It seems like there are issues here, and Republicans need to get it right in terms of the messaging.
You know, I think it's a worry for all of us in America, because if this happens, then the very few elite go into charge, and all of a sudden you've got this revolt. We're spending all of our time with impeachment and trying to transition towards a communistic style rule. And by the way, this whole socialism name is just strictly code for communism. And so we have to keep that in mind. Every time one of these candidates wins, Edie and Krisha, I think the Democrat Party gets pushed a little bit further to the left. And that's creating a fracture within that party. So they have their own civil war they're dealing with when they're in their own party.
Yeah, it's a huge issue because the people whose heads are the first ones on the plate are the current Democrat leaders. And it seems absolutely certain that a number of Democrat socialists will be elected. They're in deep, deep, deep blue areas. And they're going to go in there and go gunning for everything they can. But I think you've hit something there. People are just tired of Congress spending all the time investigating, wasting money, wasting time, and not getting our business done.
That's exactly what's going to happen if this goes through. So, just to break this down just a little bit, this is not the first time this has happened in America. Go back to the early 1900s, and there was a communist socialist movement then. It took the economic reality of World War I to break that down. Fast forward again to the 1940s, 1930s, same thing happened. It took the reality of the economic World War II in order to break that down. So fast forward now, and I just hope and pray that we can inform people just how tragic this is, just how much of a loser this is, before it takes some major spectacular economic event to convince people again that no, this is not the path we want to go down.
Yeah. Congressman, many are saying that the Republicans are not going to turn out if President Trump is not on the ballot. Do you believe that's the case? And in many ways, the flip side is he is essentially on the ballot because the Democrats will move forward with some kind of impeachment. That's definitely on the table.
Well, I think that's why the president wanted to do this midterm convention, because he wanted to bring attention to that. I think you will see him stand up in front of the United States of America, and he's going to say, I am on the ballot this November, because in reality he is. And so I think that that is going to be brought forward. I think it's an important message to send. Let's face it, history is not on our side when it comes to the outcome of a midterm election. However, with such a contrast, and we do have a major contrast because of the topic we were just talking about, this movement for socialism and communism. Mm-hmm. With such a contrast, I think we're going to see a significant turnout. I believe we will buck the trend of the Republicans losing in this midterm election.
Right. Congressman Russ Fulcher, thanks so much for spending time with us this morning. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Good morning.
Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.